isa na namang pag-aaral ng aralin sa mathematics. Specifically, we will be working with geometry, the points, lines, and planes na tinatawag ding the undefined terms. The objective of this presentation is to represent point, line, and plane using concrete and pictorial models. A while ago, we mentioned that it's about geometry. So let us know what geometry is. The word geometry comes from two Greek words, geo and metron. Geo means earth, and metron means measure. Hence, when we talk of geometry, we will be working with the study of the earth measure, earth measurement, or earth measuring, somewhat like these features. Okay, that door, that floor, that painting, that blackboard, that also decorative on the wall, and that needle. All of that represent the topic today, which is all about the undefined terms, which is the points, lines, and plane. So sabi tinatawag daw yung undefined terms kasi usually kapag ipinapaliwanag ang konsepto about the points, lines, and a plane, ito ay laging mga representation like this. Let's start with point. A point is usually represented by a small dot. So with the feature kanina nakita natin yung needle, yung pinakadulo noon, that represent a point. Another is that it has no dimensions. There's no length, there's no width, and there's no thickness. So sobrang liit ng point, that how it is described. Another, it shows location or it shows position. So there's a certain position and location that represent point. So let us try to work on with this. So these are the representation of points. So there's a lot of points that is illustrated with our screen. Okay, lahat yan ay points. Kaya lang, usually, ano yan? Points, or point. So, it is important that with the presentation of a point, we try to name it. So, there is a way for you to name a point. And let's start working with that. Okay, to name a point, we use capital letter. One capital letter is enough to represent a point, like this. Okay, so that is read as point A, point B, point C, and point D. Okay, so this represent this one, yung nakikita natin bago yung mga capital letters ay ang symbol na nagre-represent ng point. So again, you need to have a symbol and you need to have one capital letter, and that represent a point. So let us consider that we choose 2 points from that 4 points. So alisin natin yung ibang mga points. And let us consider that we choose A and V. And let's connect the point. So when you connect that point, you will notice that it forms a line. So 2 points represent a line, and that's the second undefined term. So line naman ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Kapag pinag-uusapan naman ng line, ito naman yung kanyang description. A line is always a straight and infinite in 2 directions. Later on, we are going to have how we are going to represent that with that description later on. Okay, it contains infinite points, which is almost the same with the first description given. Yung unang description, infinite in 2 directions, so infinite point because a line consists of a lot of points. Kumbaga yan ay duktong-duktong na point na buo ang line. Okay? Then, another description, it has no width but there is a length. So, unlike point, wala talagang dimension. Ito may dimension na length. Then, it is represented by 2 arrowhead in 2 directions. So, yan yung sinasabi ko na nagre-represent sa straight line like this figure at may dalawang arrowhead in both direction at yun yung sinasabi ng unang description na infinite into direction. So, if we name a point, we can also name a line. And there are two ways to represent a line. Ang una ay using two capital letters. So let us consider that we have a line and a point A, point B, point C, and point D on the same line. So to name a line, ang sabi, using two capital letter. For instance, I choose A and B. Kapag pinili ko ang A at B, ang pangalan niya ay line AB. So, yung nakikita natin sa taas, that's the symbol of line. Yan, nakikita natin, symbol yan ng line. So, pag nakikita nyo yan, sa taas ng dalawang capital letter, ang basa dyan ay line. So, that's one. Another name of that line is line AC. So, you will notice walang kinalaman ng distance. Hindi rin kailangan magkalapit ang dalawang letter para ipangalan sa line. Ang importante, siya ay nasa isang line at siya ay dalawang capital letters. Another is line AD. Another is BC. So, line BC. Do you think mayroon pa? Yes, mayroon pa. Like line VD and line CV. Okay, tanong. Can we write that ng kabaliktaran yung basahan mo, BA, line B? Yes, we can name this line AB as line BA also. Parehas lang yan. Walang kinalaman kung alin ang maunang letter pag nagpapangalan tayo ng line. Mahalaga, again, two capital letters. So, ibig sabihin, ang line AC pwede ring line CA. Ang line AD ay pwedeng line VA at ang line BC ay pwedeng line CB. Ang line BD ay pwedeng isulat ang line DB at ang line CD ay pwedeng isulat ng line DC. Okay? That's how are we going to name a line. Okay, let us try to continue working with naming a line because there is two special line that we are about to work on. Pakitignan yung illustration ng line. Okay, so you will notice na nawala yung arrowhead sa line na nai-represent natin kanina. Pero lagyan pa rin natin ng points. Kunyari, yan yung points na gagamitin natin. Si point A, point B, at point C is on the same line. So, dahil wala na siyang arrow, sabi ko nga kanina, siya ay bahagi na ng special type of lines. Ang tawag sa kanya, line segment. So, paano ba naiba si line segment sa line? Yan yung dalawang description ng line segment. Line segment has two endpoints and stop at the end points. So, unlike line, it is extended in two directions. Dito, may endpoint na. So, itong dulo, ayan, endpoint na yan. Ibig sabihin, hindi na siya pwedeng i-extend. Ang line segment hanggang doon lang. Kaya nga, stop at the end point. So, when you name it, you still use two capital letter. Ang pagkakaiba nga lamang nito, hanggang doon lang, kung ano yung pangalan ng line segment, ibig sabihin, ganun lang kahaba yung line segment na uusapan. Unlike dun sa line kanina, continuous sa magkabilang direction. So, pangalanan na natin, ang basa ay line segment AB. Kung pinili natin si A at si B. Again, kung pinili natin si A at si B, ang basa ay line segment ABC. Ibig sabihin mula dito hanggang dito, ang basa doon, line segment AB. Hanggang doon lang yon, hindi na pwedeng i-extend. So, in symbol, ayan, line segment AB. Kabaliktaran ng line, may arrow both side, dito walang arrow. So, basa, line segment. So, pwede rin namang line segment AC and line segment DC. Same with the line, wala rin kinalaman kung sila ay magkalapit, magkasunod na letter, o yung distance ay pinag-uusapan. Importante, it is 2 capital letters at nasa isang line. So, kaparehas ng line, pwede rin baliktad ang basa. Like, line segment AB can be read as line segment BA. Line segment AC ay pwedeng line segment CA. And line segment BC ay pwedeng line segment CB. Okay, that's one of the special type of lines. So, let's continue. Tignan nyo uli yung illustration ng line segment. Okay, at the other side, nagkaroon na ng arrowhead. So, naiba na uli siya. So, special type of lines pa rin siya. Ang tawag naman sa kanya ay ray. So, the description is this. One endpoint at extend in one direction without end. So, kung mapapansin nyo, itong nasa kaliwang side, endpoint yan. At yung nasa kabila namang side ay extended side kasi arrow. So, without end. So, extended hanggang kung saan makarating. Okay? So, let's work on. So, still, it's part of a line, just a special type. We still use 2 capital letter to name this. So, ang basa naman, ray AB. For instance, ang pinili natin ay si A, papunta kay B. So, gagamitan natin ng symbol na ganito naman. Ang symbol na to ay pinabasa ng ray. So, ray AB. Or, we can also name ray AC, ray BC. So, wala uling kinalaman ang distance. Wala rin kinalaman kung magkalapit ang letter. The importance ay nasa iisa siyang ray. Ang tanong, katulad din ba siya ng line segment at line na pwedeng baliktarin ang letter kapag pinangalanan? No. Kapag nagne-name tayo ng ray, hindi pwedeng baliktad ang letters. So, kung sino ang nasa side ng endpoint, yun yung unang letter. At kung sino ang nasa side ng extended point, yun naman ang second letter. Katulad ni line AB, si line AB ang nasa side ng endpoint, kesa si B, kasi si B naman ang nasa side na, kesa si B, kasi si B naman ang nasa side ng extended point. Okay, clear? Same with this, si A ang nasa side ng endpoint, at si C ang nasa side ng endpoint. So, sa third one, si B ang nasa side ng endpoint, at si C ang nasa side ng extended point. Kaya hindi pwedeng baliktad ang pagpapangalan dito. So, that's one way to name a line. Another way to name a line is using lowercase letters. So, gagamit naman tayo ng small letter. For instance, I have this line at nilagyan natin ng lowercase letter B. So, ang magiging pangalan niyan ay line B. In symbol, parehas lang ng line, may 2 arrowhead, that is line B. Kaya kung papalitan natin si B ng letter C, so ang basa na dyan, line C. Kung papalitan natin si B ng kahit anong letter, basta small letter, yun yung magiging pangalan ng line. So, we're through with point, we're through with line. This time, let's start working with another one, which is a plane. Kapag naman pinag-uusapan ng plane, ito naman yung mga representation or description sa kanya. A plane is represented by a flat surface extended without end. So, flat surface, kanina doon sa mga picture of blackboard, flat surface yan. So, yung painting kanina, pinakaibabaw nun, that's a flat surface. Meron tayong table, flat surface yan. So, lahat yon nagre-represent ng plane. Yung floor din kanina, that represent a plane. A plane has no thickness, so wala ring kapal, and edge, but it has length and width. So, may dalawa siyang dimension na length and width. So, it contains infinite points. Ayan, it contains infinite points. Nabitin yung pagkakasabi. Ano? So, let's show that later on. So, okay, this time, let us start working with naming a plane. So, to name a plane, we need to have 3 points in a plane. This is one way to name a plane. Let us consider that we are having this plane. So just wanted to emphasize first the description. A while ago when we talk of a plane, sabi kanina there is an infinite point when we talk of a plane. Ang totoo niyan, ang buong screen natin ay plane, pero we just represented it using this parallelogram. So, 4 na side ang parallelogram mayroon. Yung bawat side ng parallelogram, itong side na to, extended ang ibig sabihin niyan. Kaya there is an infinite point when we talk of plane. Ito ring side na to, extended yan, extended yan, extended ang side na yan. Kaya binanggit ko kanina, ang buong screen ay plane. We just need to have a representation for us to easily understand what a plane is, especially kapag magpapangalan na tayo ng plane. So sabi kanina, we can name a plane using 3 capital letters, 3 points in a plane. So let us have points in a plane. So yan yung mga point na mayroon tayo sa plane. To name a plane, we just need 3 capital letters. Kung pinili ko si A, si B at si C, pwede yung pangalan ng plane. Ang basa dyan, plane ABC. Pwede rin naman plane BCA, BAC, CBA. Walang kinalaman. Yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng letter, the important is, it is inside the plane and capital letters. Pwede rin maging name ang plane DEF kasi si D, si E at si F ay nasa loob ng iisang plane. Pwede rin plane FGH. Meron pa ba? Yes, madami pa. So tulad ni plane BCD, plane CDE, plane EFG, and there's a lot name of plane that we can consider with this. So there's another way to name a plane. Yun naman ay gamit ang single uppercase letter. Like this. So kung C ay nadudoon, yun ang pwedeng ipangalan natin sa plane. That's plane C. So kung palitan ko ng letter C, si C ng letter D, siya ngayon ay plane D. Kung papalitan ko pa yan ng ibang letter, yun yung kanyang magiging pangalan. So, I hope you can now name a point, a line, and a plane. So kapag pinag-uusapan daw ang undefined terms, kailangan daw familiar din tayo sa collinear points. Collinear points are points that lie on the same line. Let us consider this illustration. Meron tayong point A, point B, point C, and point D. Let us just concentrate with point A. Tingin tayo kay point A. Okay, mapapansin nyo kahit nag-move si point A sa right direction, nagpupol pa rin siya sa isang line. Dinaanan niya si B, si C, at si D. And that's what we talk a collinear point. Consider that I'll choose A, point B, point C. They lie on the same line. Hence, point A, point B, and point C are example of collinear points. Kahit piliin ko pa si point B, point C at point D, dahil nasa iisang line sila, that is again a collinear point. Points, I mean. So let us have this point. Consider that that is point E. Pag pinili ko si point E, pag pinili ko si point C, at pinili ko si point A. So if I choose all of that points, ang tanong, collinear points pa sila? Kung ang sagot nyo ay yes, tama kayo. So point A, point C, and E are collinear points because they lie on the same line. Okay, paano ngayon kung maglalagay ako ng point dito? Okay, nakikita nyo ba itong red na to? Itong point na to, kunyari naglagay tayo ng point doon. Siya ba'y collinear points? Yan, I mean collinear points. So yan naman yung tinatawag na non-collinear points. So non-collinear points are points that is not lie on the same line. Let us see an illustration. Kapag naglagay ako ng point E at pinili ko si point A, point B, at point E, They do not lie on the same line. Kahit si A at B ay nasa isang line, si E naman ay wala. So, ang tawag dyan, non-collinear points. Clear, kapag may isang point na wala sa line, dun sa mga piniling point, non-collinear yun. For instance, we have another one. Concentrated na lang tayo dun sa point, Point F. So, pinili ko si point C, pinili ko si point D, at pinili ko si point F. They do not lie on the same line again. So, ang tawag dyan, non-collinear points. So, again, kapag pumili tayo ng mga points, at isa sa mga point na yon ay wala sa line, so ang tawag doon ay non-collinear points. Ay paano naman kapag si point at si plane ang pinag-uusapan? Let us try to see this. Yun naman ang tinatawag na coplanar points. This time around, let us talk about coplanar points. Any 3 points combination that are in the same plane is called coplanar points. Pwede rin siya maging 3 or more points. Let us consider this plane and let us have these points. Point A, point B, point C. When I choose that 3 points, B and C, A, B, and C, you will notice that they are all in the same plane. Nasa loob sila ng iisang plane. Yun ang tinatawag na coplanar points. Kahit magdagdag pa tayo dyan ng letter, for instance, idagdag natin si point D at pinili natin si point D, point B, point C, at point A, dahil nasa loob sila ng iisang plane, sila pa rin ay coplanar points. Napakahalaga, they are inside one plane para matawag na coplanar points. So this time, let us concentrate with point C. Uy, lumabas si point C. When I choose this time point A, point B, and point C, they are not in the same plane. Ang tawag dyan ay non-coplanar points. Sabi dito, any 3 points combination that are not in the same plane is what we call the non-coplanar point. So point A, point B, and point C are non-coplanar because point A and B are at the same plane, pero si point C ay nasa labas na niya, so hindi na siya kasama ni A and B sa isang plane, so we'll not consider that as coplanar, kundi non-coplanar points. Kahit magdagdag tayo ng isa pang letter, si point D, pag pinili natin si point B, si point A, at si point D, so again, non-coplanar pa rin siya kasi nasa labas si D. Pag pinili naman natin si point D, si point C, at si point A, non-coplanar pa rin yan kasi hindi pa rin sila magkakasama sa isang plane. So I hope guys, mga kamato class, nagkaroon na kayo ng idea sa undefined term, points, lines, and plane. Collinear and non-collinear points, coplanar and non-coplanar points.
Okay? So, let's proceed to the subsets of a line. So, pag sinabi nating subset, ibig sabihin, itong mga subsets na to ay manggagaling dun sa line natin. Okay? So, itong mga subsets na to, ibig sabihin, part siya ng line kasi subset eh. Okay? Kung babalikan nyo yung concept natin ng set, pag sinabing subset, saan ba siya nanggagaling? Dun sa kabuuan. Okay? So, kagaya nito, line. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, itong mga subsets na to ay makikita po natin sa line. So, let's have the first subset. Okay? So, kagaya nito. So, this is your line. Kunin natin yung isang subset. Ito po siya. So, ito pong subset na to ay tinatawag nating line segment. Okay. So, itong line segment na to, at based on the figure, kung titingnan nyo yung figure, ano bang itsura niya? So, a line segment is a part of a line consisting two endpoints and all the points in between. So, pag sinabi nating line segment, part siya ng line. Makikita mo siya sa line, okay? Makikita po natin ito sa line na kung saan meron siyang dalawang endpoints. So, ibig sabihin, ang length niya ay definite. Okay? Hindi siya nag-e-extend. Okay? So, masusukat natin ito. So, pag sinabi nating line segment, ang pinakatatandaan lang po natin dyan ay meron po siyang dalawang endpoints. So, it is definite. Okay? So, ang points niya lang po, since dalawang endpoints, ang tanging points niya lang ay yung dalawang endpoints and all the points in between. So, meron po tayong mga points dyan. Marami rin po yan. Yun nga lang, kahit marami pong points dito sa pagitan nila, meron po silang end. Okay, hanggang dito lang po at hanggang dyan lang po. Yun po ang line segment. Tatandaan na pag sinabi nating line segment, it has two endpoints. Okay, yun po ang pinaka idea po ng line segment. So, the line segment, given the figure, may be called line segment AB or line segment BA. Okay? So, kapag line segment po, kung tatandaan nyo po yung symbol natin ng line, okay, yung nilalagay natin sa taas ng ating name, ay line mismo kapag line. Pero kapag line segment na po, since a part of a line siya, na meron siyang dalawang endpoint, ang symbol niya rin po ay merong dalawang endpoint. Ayan po, guhit lang po siya. Wala dapat arrow kasi hindi po siya line. Okay? Part of a line lang po ito. So, yung symbol natin sa line, merong dalawang arrow. Huwag po tayo malilito sa mga symbols po natin. Pag line po, may dalawang arrow. Kapag line segment, wala po siyang arrow. Okay? So, kapag walang arrow, ibig sabihin, endpoint po itong dalawang to. Okay? So, kung ano yung figure, yun yung symbol niya. Okay? So, dito sa figure natin, ang line segment mo natin is AB or pwede mo rin siyang tawagin na line segment BA. So, kapag tinanong po tayo, what is the name of the line segment? Line segment AB or line segment BA. Pareho lang po yun. Okay. So, kapag tinanong tayo, what are the endpoints? Okay, so ang endpoint po natin, madali lang po yan, A and B. Okay, since meron tayong dalawang endpoints sa line segment, ibig sabihin, yung endpoints niya ay A and B. Okay? And, suppose that the length of this line segment is 4 cm. Halimbawa, the measure of this line segment is 4 cm, 4 centimeters. So, we will write this as AB is equal to 4 cm. As you can see, nawala po yung symbol natin dito sa taas. Okay? Tatandaan that the symbol above the letters was removed because we are referring to its measurement. So, ibig sabihin, kapag ang kinukuha natin ay measure po ng line segment, wala po dapat tayong symbol dito sa taas. Okay? So, kapag measure na po ang pinag-uusapan, measure po ng line segment, we have to remove the symbol above your endpoints o yung line segment mo. Okay? So, tatandaan po yan ha. When we are referring to its measurement, please do remove the symbol dito po sa ating endpoints. Okay? O sa line segment natin. Tatanggalan po natin siya ng symbol po dito kapag meron na po tayong measures. Okay? So, I have here a figure. So, sige nga po. What are the line segments given by the figure? So, I have here points A, B, and C. Okay? So, consistent tayo ha, na kapag points po, lagi po siyang capital letter. Okay? So, the line segments are line segment AB, line segment BC, and line segment AC. Okay. So, given this figure, meron po tayong tatlong line segment. AB, line segment BC, and line segment AC. Okay? Now, halimbawa, meron pa tayong isang point dito. So, nagdagdag ng isang point. So, ano-ano ang mga line segment natin dyan? So, the line segments are yung kanina. So, AB, BC, AC. Kaya lang po, meron pong nadagdag na isang point. So, madadagdagan po ang ating line segment. So, meron na tayong CD, BD, and AD. Okay. Paano tayo makakasigurado na tama yung bilang ng line segments na nakukuha natin segments niya? Okay? Or paano natin malalaman na kapag 3 points ang given sa line, ang line segments niya ay 3 lang? Kapag 4 points ang given sa line, ang line segments niya ay 6 lang. Paano natin malalaman? You can make use of this formula. So for us to determine the number of line segments, you can make use of the quotient of n times the quantity of n minus 1 and 2. Okay? So pwede mo itong gamitin. N times n minus 1 over 2. Ano ba tong n na to? Yung n natin, that is the number of points in the given line. So, kung ilan yung points mo, yun po ang ilalagay natin dito. Okay? So, etong 4 points na to, meron tayong nakuha na 6 na line segment. Okay? So, i-check nga natin kung 6 nga siya. So, ito po ay 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 4 ang ilalagay natin dito sa n. So, we will have 4 times the quantity of 4 minus 1. So, ilalagay po natin yung 4 dito at 4 dito since we have 4 points. So, dapat ang magiging result nito ay 6 kasi 6 ito na nakuha natin. So, let us solve. So, 4 times 3, this is 4 minus 1, that is 3. So, 4 times 3, that is 12. Divided by 2, we have 6 line segments. So, na-check natin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, we have 6 line segments. So, ibig sabihin, tama yung nakuha natin. Okay? So, ganun lang po. Para ma-check mo kung tama na yung bilang ng line segments na nakuha mo, you can make use of this formula para malaman mo kung ilan ba dapat ang line segments na makukuha kung ilan yung points mo given dun sa line. Okay? So, paano para hindi tayo malito sa paglista ng ating mga line segments? Magsimula ka dito, AB, AC, AD. Okay, and then follow mo next dito, BC, BD, and then CD. Okay, so ganun lang po para wala po tayong naiwan. Ang AB po is the same as BA. So, wag na po natin ilagay ulit si AB tapos BA. Okay, count as 1 lang po yun. So, we have 6 line segments. So, another subset of a line is, okay, so ito po siya. Another subset of a line aside from line segment is array. Okay, so what is array? So as you can see, it is also a part of a line with only one endpoint. So ang difference niya sa line segment, ang line segment hanggang dito. Ang line segment may 2 endpoints. Okay? Pero pag sinabi nating array, meron lang po siyang isang endpoint and yung isa ay infinite. Okay, so yung isang point mo ay papunta siya sa infinite direction. So isang endpoint and extending in only one direction. Ulitin ko, ang line segment may 2 endpoint natatapos. Ang array po, isa lang po ang endpoint niya, papunta sa infinite direction. Okay, so paano natin siya papangalanan? So array is named with its endpoint first. So kapag nag-name tayo ng array, lagi po tayong magsisimula sa endpoint. So kung ano yung endpoint niya, dun po dapat tayo magsisimula. Okay? Followed by another point on the array. So given this figure, this can be named as, okay, kapag line segment, wala siyang arrow. Kapag array, isa lang po yung arrow niya. Okay. Ang arrow niya ay lagi pong nasa kanan. Ang endpoint po lagi ang nasa unahan. Kaya nga po sabi dito, array is named with its endpoint first. Kaya ang symbol niya, ganun din. Endpoint muna bago yung infinite direction. So, sabi ko nga, ang symbol po ng ating mga subsets ay kung ano mismo yung figure. Okay? So, kapag line, 2 arrowheads. Kapag endpoint, dalawang endpoint po siya, wala siyang arrow. Kapag ray naman, endpoint and isang arrow. Kaya sabi dito, endpoint first. So, yun po ang mauna. So, this figure can be named as ray. Ray AB. Magsimula po tayo sa endpoint and then yung infinite direction. Pwede bang tawagin ito na ray BA? So, halimbawa, ito yung figure mo. Pwede ba nating tawagin ito na ray BA? No. Bakit? Kasi yung B mo, hindi siya yung endpoint. Ito yung nasa side ng may arrow mo eh. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung infinite direction. So, hindi siya pwedeng BA at hinuli mo yung endpoint. Okay? Sabi nga po, lagi po dapat endpoint first. So, kapag pinangalanan mo siya as ray BA, that is wrong. Okay? So, dapat endpoint first bago po yung infinite direction. Hindi siya kagaya ng line segment na pwedeng baliktarin. Line segment AB, BA. Ito po, hindi pwede kasi isang endpoint tayo dito at isang infinite direction. So, lagi pong mauuna dapat yung endpoint natin. So, ray AB po dapat. Okay? Do not forget the symbol for ray. So, isang endpoint and then arrow. Okay. Now, what if I also have another point? Okay? Paano kung meron pa tayong isa pang point? So, paano natin siya papangalanan? Okay. So, kung meron pa tayong isang point dito, let's say meron pang isa, pwede mo rin siyang tawagin na ray AC. Bakit? Kasi yung C ay nandun rin siya sa side nung may arrow. So, yung infinite. Okay? So, lagi pong endpoint first. So, ray AC. Pwede rin po. So, isa lang po yun. Pag sinabi mong ray AB at ray AC, pareho lang po siya. Kasi pareho po siyang paganon. Okay? So, ulitin ko, endpoint first bago po yung infinite direction. Okay? So, this figure can be named as ray AB or ray AC. Okay. Paano natin malalaman yung bilang ng rays na nasa ray natin? Okay. So, halimbawa ito. Diba? Ito ay ray AB, ray AC. Okay, so paano mo ma-check na tama ba yung nilista ko? Tama ba yung bilang? So you can make use of this formula. Para malaman natin yung bilang ng rays, you can use n-1, where n is the number of points. So yung n natin dito is 3. Okay, so 3 minus 1, so that is 2. That's why we have 2 rays here. So 1, 2. 2 rays po meron tayo. Now, iba po yan kapag line po ang given natin. Actually, meron din po tayong ray kapag line po ang given natin. So, ito pong formula na to ay gagamitin lang po natin kapag ang hinahanap natin na bilang ng ray ay ray po yung figure. So, iba naman po kapag line. Okay? So, iba po ang formula natin dyan. So, given this figure, what are the rays? So, ray BC, ray AB, or AC. Diba, isa lang po ito, yung AB at AC. Okay? And then, ray BA, and then ray CB or CA. Okay, so ulitin ko ha. Ray BC, endpoint, and then yung may infinite direction. Ray AB, endpoint, and then yung nakaturo na infinite direction. Ray BA, and then ray CB or CA. Okay? So, I have here 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 rays. So, paano natin ma-check na 4 lang ba ang rays nito? So, you can make use of this formula. 2 2 times the quantity of n minus 1. Now, tatandaan, bakit tayo nagkaroon ng 2? Kasi po, bakit siya nagta-times 2? Kasi po, eto, ray lang siya. Now, this time, line na po. Meron na nadagdagan siya ng isang direction dun. So, ibig kaya siya nagta-times 2. So, array is just a part of a line. Now, kung meron kang dalawang ray, nakakabuo ka tayo ng line doon. Okay? Nakakabuo tayo ng line. Kaya, nagta-times 2 po tayo dito. Okay? So, number of rays, so 2 times the quantity of n minus 1. So, substitute natin. Meron akong 3 points. So, 2 times 3. Lalagay natin dito 3. So, 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 times 2, we have 4 rays. I-check mo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, tatandaan po na iba po ang pagkuha ng number of rays kapag ang figure mo ay ray, at iba rin po ang pagkuha ng number of rays kapag ang figure mo ay line. Okay, kasi mamaya gamitin nyo to pero ang figure nyo naka-line. Pinapahanap yung number of rays dito, tapos ang ginamit mong formula ito. Ang figure mo line. So, mali yun. Okay? So, yung iba naman, ito ang ginamit para makuha yung bilang ng rays dito. Pero, hindi naman to line. Okay? So, ito po ay para lang po kapag ang figure mo ay ray. Ito naman ay para po malaman kung ilang ang rays sa line. Okay? So, tatandaan po yan. Magkaiba po.